In the annals of history, few names evoke the spirit of rebellion and the quest for freedom like Spartacus. His tale, from humble beginnings to leading a monumental uprising against the Roman Republic, captivates and inspires even today. Born in the rugged lands of Thrace, Spartacus was more than just a gladiator. He became a symbol of resistance against oppression. His journey illuminates the struggles of the enslaved and the indomitable will to seek liberty. Today, we delve into the life of Spartacus, exploring how a man destined for the arena ignited one of the greatest slave revolts in history. This is a story of courage, defiance, and an unwavering pursuit of freedom. Spartacus's early life remains cloaked in mystery, but it's believed he was born around 111 BCE in Thrace, a region known for its fierce warriors. Raised amidst tribal conflicts, he honed his skills in combat from a young age. As a young man, Spartacus may have served in the Roman auxiliary forces. His first-hand experience with Roman military tactics would later prove invaluable. Yet, circumstances led to his desertion or capture by Roman forces. Stripped of his freedom, Spartacus was sold into slavery. The chains of bondage were heavy, but they could not extinguish the fire of resistance that burned within him. Purchased by Lentulus Batiatus, he was sent to a gladiator school in Capua. Here, the harsh training aimed to mold men into instruments of spectacle and death for the amusement of Rome. The gladiator schools were brutal places, where lives were expendable, and survival depended on skill and ruthlessness. Spartacus endured, sharpening his abilities and awaiting an opportunity. Amidst the oppression, a brotherhood formed among the gladiators. Together, they shared whispers of escape and dreams of a life beyond the arena's blood-soaked sands. In 73 BCE, Spartacus and approximately 70 fellow gladiators executed a daring escape. Armed initially with kitchen knives and improvised weapons, they overpowered their captors and seized real arms. Fleeing to the slopes of Mount Vesuvius, they found refuge. The volcanic terrain offered a strategic stronghold, and more runaway slaves joined their ranks, swelling their numbers. From their mountainous base, the rebels conducted raids on nearby estates and outposts. Each victory not only provided supplies, but also emboldened their cause. Spartacus emerged as a natural leader, his tactical acumen and charisma uniting the diverse group. Under his command, the rebellion began to take shape as a formidable force. Rome, initially dismissive of the threat, sent a small militia to quell the uprising. To their surprise, Spartacus and his men defeated them handily, a harbinger of battles to come. News of the rebellion spread like wildfire. Slaves from all over Italy escaped their bonds to join Spartacus, seeing in him a beacon of hope against their oppressors. The Roman Senate, alarmed by the growing insurrection, dispatched larger forces. Yet, time and again, Spartacus outmaneuvered them, leveraging guerrilla tactics and intimate knowledge of the terrain. His army, now tens of thousands strong, was not merely a mob but a disciplined force. They forged weapons, organized units, and developed strategies that confounded their enemies. Amidst the successes, a critical decision loomed. Spartacus advocated for heading north, crossing the Alps to return home and secure freedom for his followers. However, not all shared his vision. Crixus, a fellow leader, and many Gauls and Germans preferred to stay in Italy, seeking plunder and retribution against their former masters. This division weakened the rebel army. Crixus and his faction parted ways, eventually facing Roman forces alone. Their defeat was a significant blow to the rebellion's strength. Spartacus mourned the loss but pressed on. He led his forces northward, defeating the consular army sent against him. The path to the Alps was open, but destiny had other plans. For reasons still debated by historians, Spartacus turned back from the Alps. Perhaps he hoped to march on Rome, or perhaps internal dissent altered his course. Rome, recognizing the dire threat, appointed Marcus Licinius Crassus to lead the campaign against Spartacus. Wealthy and ambitious, Crassus was determined to quash the rebellion. Crassus implemented harsh discipline among his troops, reinstating the severe practice of decimation to curb any signs of cowardice. His legions moved with renewed purpose. To trap the rebels, Crassus constructed a massive trench and fortifications across the Italian peninsula's narrowest point. Spartacus and his army were effectively cornered in the south. In a bold move, Spartacus attempted to broker a deal with Cilician pirates to ferry his army to Sicily, hoping to ignite another revolt there. The pirates took his payment but betrayed him, leaving the rebels stranded. With options dwindling, Spartacus led his men in a desperate breakout through Crassus's lines. They succeeded, but their situation grew increasingly perilous as Roman forces converged. The final battles were fierce and unforgiving. Spartacus's army fought valiantly, but the might of Rome was overwhelming. Attrition and betrayal took their toll on the rebels. In the climactic confrontation in 71 BCE, Spartacus is said to have charged directly at Crassus himself. Though he fought with unrivaled courage, he was ultimately slain on the battlefield. The aftermath was brutal. Over 6,000 captured rebels were crucified along the Appian Way, serving as a grim warning to any who might challenge Rome's authority. Spartacus's body was never definitively identified, and his legend only grew. His revolt, though unsuccessful, exposed the vulnerabilities and moral contradictions within Roman society. The rebellion highlighted the inhumane conditions of slavery and sowed seeds of discontent that would echo through Rome's history. The Republic was forced to reckon with the dangers of relying on oppressed populations. In the centuries that followed, Spartacus became a symbol of resistance against tyranny. His story transcended time, inspiring countless movements and uprisings around the world. Artists, writers, and filmmakers have revisited his tale, each interpreting his legacy anew. To many, Spartacus represents the universal struggle for justice and human dignity. His life reminds us that even in the face of insurmountable odds, the human spirit's desire for freedom cannot be easily extinguished. Courage and conviction can ignite change, regardless of the outcome. As we reflect on Spartacus's journey, we are compelled to consider the injustices that persist in our own time. His example challenges us to stand against oppression in all its forms. The story of Spartacus is not just a historical account, but a testament to the power of unity and the enduring quest for liberation. It resonates as deeply today as it did over 2 millennia ago. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of a remarkable life that continues to inspire. If you found this story engaging, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more captivating historical narratives. Don't forget to like this video and share it with friends who appreciate the lessons of the past. Together, we can keep the spirit of these stories alive.